Yo, what's going on lads, Aubrisk here. Just before we start the video, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that watches these videos and the master race commenters. I always have time to discuss your opinions in the comment section, so feel free to say exactly what you want to say. And I do try to reply to everyone. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to give you the only 4 things you need to grind if you want to go pro. These 4 things are going to cover the fundamentals of the game, your aim, box fighting and game sense. You master these fundamentals with the 4 things I'm going to tell you about, you will surpass every other player wasting time doing quad edits and creative. What are these 4 things, you may ask? The first one has to be Kovacs. Ask any player that has more than 1,000 hours in Kovacs, and they will tell you that is the exact reason why they have mastered aim and mechanics in this game. They will tell you that if it wasn't for this one application, it will just be another lousy player in the sea of lousy players. I can't actually leak the playlists that I use. They're not actually my playlists, they're professional players playlists. You will only be able to find if you have the solo masterclass. Link in the description, buy it right now. Shout out to everyone that's already bought it, because I'm telling you right now, it's going to switch everything you know about the game. If you don't have Kovacs yet, you need this application. There are literal pro players that have slower mechanics than me and you, yet they place in literally every tournament. How are they consistently winning fights if they have worse mechanics than me? It's their mouse control, tracking, click timing, and fighting IQ. You don't even need these pro player routines if you want to improve your aim and accuracy. You just want to focus on a good tracking or smoothness routine. Play it for at least 20 to 30 minutes per day. The next thing you want to do is practice your box fighting in Martar's Turtle Wars. Martar's Turtle Wars warms up absolutely everything: aim, movement, peek, handling multiple players at once. It's the best warm up and practice if you're not trying to waste as much time separately focusing on each mechanic. But if you do have a lot of time beforehand, it's definitely worth going into Raiders 464's aim map. Playing the peak section and freebuilding with bots for 10 minutes will definitely give you that competitive edge. In Turtle Wars, you're going to try your absolute hardest not to get hit, try your absolute hardest to only hit headshots, and try your absolute hardest to only hit right hand peaks. This playstyle will translate into arena and tournaments. You'll gain a playstyle like Martar's Mitro, Asian Jeff, and Kanada if you practice this properly. So in Martar's Turtle Wars, you're going to focus on hitting the highest damage pump possible, never getting hit, mainly by resetting your edits to block shots, and also using right hand peaks and jump shots to be unseeable. Now your aim and box fighting have been warmed up, you need to become the player with the most amount of experience in the lobby. That's the only way you're going to be able to win tournaments consistently, if you have more experience than everybody else playing the tournament. This only leaves you to grind 2 more things in order to become a professional player. The first one is solo ranked. However, you do not care about your rank. As long as you're above diamond, you don't care about playing for endgame or whatever this and that. All you care about is developing your playstyle as a player and becoming the smartest fighter you can possibly become. Gaining more experience than Vidil, gaining more experience than Clicks, and the only way you'll be able to do that is by hot dropping and pushing absolutely everybody you see. Doesn't mean play dumb, this means developing your reactions, your predictions and your plays. You want to develop a pump out sort of play style, fast pace and fast peaks. You want to be able to predict players like a book, read exactly what they're going to do next, and the only way you'll be able to do that is by pushing as many players as possible, increasing your experience day by day until you're able to get 20 bombs consistently in solo ranked. You need to be aiming to get around 420 bombs per day. Once you reach this checkpoint, which will take you months of doing everything I've said so far on a day-to-day basis, this is when those first couple games of a tournament will start feeling like a breeze, because you've proved to yourself that you're a better fighter than absolutely everybody in those first game tournaments. You're not worried to push for refreshes anymore because you know you can get them. You're not scared to W key a player on height because he might hit some god angle you've never seen before, because you have seen it multiple times. The only way to be more confident than the opposite player is know that you have more experience than him fighting. If you literally want to half the amount of time this will take, literally half the amount of time this will take, you need to watch back your deaths. This is a little hack that Vidil, Mr. Savage, Unknown Army brought to the surface. If you literally watch back how you died and have that in your brain for the next game, it's not going to happen again. And if it does happen the second time, it's not going to happen the third time. Maybe there's a slight chance a good player could get you again on the third time. Fourth time, you will be able to predict exactly what that other player is going to do, how he's going to do it. You're going to be able to counterplay him or her. There are pretty good female players nowadays, I can't lie to you. 6 years in, you know, it's about time. Do not underestimate the power of watching back your death in replays or in clips. You know, I'm about to put you lot on game here. Simply record every solo ranked game. If you die midway through, watch back how you died and delete the clip. If you won with more than 15 kills, now you have a video to upload, or save it for like an arena progression video. You know how much that would bang? If you have videos of you literally like dying and being bad at arena, but you're slowly and surely progressing, then you become a demon. That's like 100k views right there, boys. Now this part of the routine is arguably the most important part of the entire routine, the part that will directly correlate towards your tournament placements PR, earnings, ability to find good teammates, and will give you the competitive edge in any game whatsoever. Grinding no zone rule solo customs. Where do you find these no zone rule solo customs, you may ask? Well, you have to first gain more than 2000 PR and then join Noble Customs Discord. However, most of you don't have more than 2000 PR, so you're gonna have to settle for zone rule customs. However, it's still great practice, especially to gain that first 2k PR. There are daily solo scrims hosted every 30 minutes, so you have no excuse if you want to practice. And you know how I said in Arena, there was a way to fast track your success? By studying your VODs. I'm going to tell you how you can literally divide the amount of time you're going to need to see significant improvement by about 5. You're going to use Destiny Jesus' solo masterclass to fast track your success, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So first, you're going to pause this video and go into the description and invest in your game sense. The link will direct you to the solo masterclass page where you're going to learn all of the tips and secrets and strategies, and directly put all of these strategies into use, into practice, using solo customs. This is the fastest way for you to get earnings in solos, which then qualifies you to find another solo player that has recent earnings, and you two can dominate the duo scene together. But it's going to take work, determination and discipline. You're going to have to unlearn everything you know about the game and relearn it with the best of the best information. First, you're going to scroll down to the solo breakdown section and learn all of the fundamentals. Watch this section over and over and over again until the fundamentals of the game have ingrained into your subconscious. Now you're going to pick 1 or 2 videos in this section that you personally struggle with. Maybe you die on moving zones a lot. Maybe you struggle winning mid-game fights for your win conditions. Let's say for the sake of the video, you struggle finding consistent refreshes endgame. Write down all of the key information in that specific video, and before you load into these customs, read over those exact notes and try your absolute best for like 1 week to improve that one specific aspect, which in this case is finding consistent refreshes, moving zones. Do this over a 6-month span, swapping out your main focuses, and I promise you your PR will probably 10x, and your in-game game sense will carry you and whatever teammate you choose to play with. Everything will be in your control at this point, and now it just depends on how much time and effort you're willing to put in. But for you lot watching this video, that means you're trying to get where you want to be. It's just about taking those steps, and the first step is pausing this video, clicking the link in the description and investing into your improvement as a player. I will link the Solo Customs Discord underneath it so you can use the masterclass to gain that informational advantage and grind out solo customs to drill these into your mind. Everybody that reached this point in the video, make sure to like and comment, as your like and comment is literally the only thing that will make this channel grow. And I do have an extra 2 tips for those that made it this far in the video. For you lot that made it this far, you clearly want to improve, you clearly want to be better than the rest. One thing that we can do to become better than the rest is copy what Muzz did to achieve the exact same goal, being better than everybody else he was playing against. After grinding out Arena, after grinding out solo customs, Muzz did one thing that other players weren't willing to do. He'd put an extra hour on top of the hour that he put beforehand in Kovacs. This extra hour allowed Muzz to gain a mouse control level that no other pro had, gain aim that no other pro had. This was the time that Muzz was popping off more than ever. When Muzz was putting that extra hour into Kovacs, he was literally unstoppable. Not only that, but he'd also play 1v1s against other pros for another hour after that. If you are lucky enough to have a friend that's better than you at the game, make sure to be utilising that. Maybe add somebody in the solo custom squad, because people in there are willing to put in the grind and effort in. I'm sure if you message enough people in there saying that you want to put in more effort than the rest, and that's why they should 1v1 against you every single day after scrims end, I'm more than sure you'll be able to find a player happy to play against you after scrims have ended. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, as I have been putting a lot of time and effort into these videos recently. And like and subscribe if you want me to actually make a comeback to the game.